Hi! Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Stee and I work on board cruise ships with Norwegian Cruise Line. I put an Instagram story up and asked you to send in some questions about cruise ship life that you want to know, so let's get into it. I haven't seen these questions, I haven't looked. I just screenshot the page. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, all the good stuff. I'm currently in the process of going to my next ship, so in a couple of weeks I will be there. So I'll be making a lot more videos based on cruise ships. Let's get into it. Question number 1. What's a typical day like for you on board? So this varies from ship to ship. For example, the ship that I just got off was with Regent 7 Seas Cruises, which is like, it's owned by Norwegian Cruise Line, the luxury brand. 6-star luxury cruising. On those ships, production cast like myself, singers and dancers, are also the crew staff. So we play all the games and we host bingo, trivia, all that fun stuff. Day to day would vary. We'd also have a thing called a duty day, where on one port day, it would be one person from the cast doing the entire schedule, like from morning to night, morning to 5 p.m. It would be that one person doing all the games, all the duties, everything. That's great because you only had a duty day once every 12 days. So really, we still didn't do that much. On NCL, like my next ship, I won't be doing anything really. Tech run in the morning on a show day, and then we'll do the shows at night. And that's kind of how it works for me because I'm a singer dancer. If I was to be a dancer, I would have some extra duties sprinkled around in there, but I don't. Question 2. Favorite destination you visited? There's just so many. Hello? My favorite destination, definitely, I'd like to say Cape Town, South Africa. It's just amazing. Like I would go back in a heartbeat, drop everything and go there. Honorable mentions, Bordeaux in France, Livorno. I kind of like Livorno. Nobody really likes it because of the port, but I like that little area and like it just looks like a video game and I kind of live for it. And I love going to Liverpool because that's where I used to live, so.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Question number 3. What is the hardest part about being a performer on a ship? It's no secret that performers get an easy life on board. Like, we don't work that often, we don't do that much. We do the shows and dancers will do a few library shifts and stuff, but the hardest part is probably like the cabin that I have is like the size of a closet, so trying to stay motivated, I guess, is kind of difficult because I also don't have a porthole, a window. I don't have any light. Like, it's tiny, so trying to stay motivated and like happy. Question number 4. What advice would you give to someone who wants to be a performer on ships? My advice, first of all, is get up to date with all your medical everything. Like, anything you could think of. If you've been to the doctor in the past year, get some sort of receipt, get some sort of letter from your doctor, and then just keep everything with you. For my first ship, I was hired for the Norwegian Joy, doing Footloose, the musical, and Elements. Obviously, I'd never had a medical done before, so I didn't really know what I was looking for, and I have some things I need to prove. And I also didn't have a vaccination that was needed. I had this frantic hurry of trying to get to the ship from my medical, and it was just horrible. So get all that. Yeah. Question number 5. What type of contracts do cruise performers usually sign? The length, etc. It depends again on the ship. One of my contracts has been 8 months long, and one of them has been 5 months on board, so like 6 months. So it varies. Cruise ship contracts generally are like 6 to 8 months. It depends, like I say, on the company, the ship, the brand. NCL, usually it's around 6 months, maybe 7 if you include rehearsals. My next one will be 5 months, 6 months on board. May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months on board and 1 month rehearsal, so I'm away for 7 altogether. Question number 6. What made you decide to perform on cruise ships rather than land-based jobs? Honestly, there's no real cons to it. For me, like, people obviously wouldn't like to be away for so long from family and friends and home and the land, but I don't really mind that. It's always been a goal to do it. Like, I always wanted to perform on a cruise ship, whether that would be one-time thing and then just see what else I can do. One of my teachers in college used to tell us all the time about him working on cruise ships, and I was like, that sounds so fun, I gotta go. And I did. What's not to love? For performers, it's good money, good stable money, and I get to travel, so like that's probably why I chose to do that. I don't remember what question I'm up to. I think 6, 7. What is it like performing on a moving ship? Do you have to adjust for the motion? Yeah, it's not the best feeling when the ship is rocking, moving around, and you have a show to perform. If it's really bad, they will get cancelled. Like, there's just nothing we can do. Especially in the next ship that I'm doing, we have like aerial elements to it. So if it's rocky, well, if it's not too rocky, we can just take them out and we can just do like a no aerial show. But if it's really bad, like we can't stand up, then there's no way we could do the show. There's fire on stage, there's like aerial above our heads, like there's everything. So like, yeah. If it's like a little rock, there's contingencies. Like girls would wear flats, no heels, maybe we'd modify some lifts. Well, yeah, that's about it really. Next question. What's the most challenging choreography or routine you've had to learn? If you actually look in my my show reel, it's in there. In the show elements that I'm doing next, they have like a ribbon section, you know, like rhythmic gymnastics, like ribbon. There's that. And obviously like I was not expecting to be a rhythmic gymnast on a cruise ship. So that was quite difficult to learn, but it was very difficult to learn. Especially because their ribbons are so long, like the ones they use for the shows are so long. And also we do it in the dark, so like it's in complete darkness with UV lights, so it's difficult. Sorry, I forgot what number I'm on. Have you ever had to step in for another performer last minute? Yeah, way too often. So all of us kind of in the cast know before we go to the ship kind of what we would be covering or not. Everyone is an understudy. We have one person, the dance captain, who would be in charge of doing those reblocks and putting people in. I'm actually going back to a ship that I've done before, so the first time I was on this ship, one of our performers got fired. So then we kind of had to move everything around, fill in their place. I jumped into a lot of their track. A few people jumped in here and there. Like you never really know what you're gonna do, and I guess it's kind of the fun of it too. I got to do like some featured bits that I like and I wanted to do, so that was nice. What do you do when you are not performing? Absolutely nothing. The good thing about us is we only work at nighttime, so if we are in port, we can get off whenever we want. I don't really get off that often because I'm lazy. We get a lot of time off compared to most of the crew. We can get off whenever we like, really. We have extra privileges, so we can go to the Starbucks on board, we can go to the library and read, we can, you know, we can do all that. It's kind of hard sometimes finding things for me to do, or like finding the energy to do anything, like especially because I'm in that tiny room and it's always so dark, I'm always so tired. Do you have any input on choreography? Every process with a cruise ship, I can speak for Norwegian Cruise Line. There is usually a creative director and an assistant helping them, along with the musical director, but the creative director knows, and the assistant really, know all the choreography that's already set. So everything is already pre-choreographed. It's passed on through cast to cast, and it never really changes unless there's like improv sections or little things where you get to be yourself or solos. But also on the other side of that, Norwegian Cruise Line, they just got a new ship called the Norwegian Aqua, and that cast is obviously the first cast. So they actually, I'm not in the cast, but what I heard was they got to input a little into it. Clarify for me please if that's incorrect. Would you recommend this job to non-cruise performers, and if so, why? Yeah, of course I would recommend this. Like, everything is free. You don't pay for your room, your food, your like electricity, water, anything. You don't pay for anything. You get paid to be there and travel the world and see sights that people dream of seeing. I am so lucky and so grateful, and every contract, every day, I'm shocked that I'm there, and I'm like how did this become my life? Also, the money's great, you meet great people, people from all over the world, and now I have like friends in Thailand, America, Canada, like Philippines, everywhere. Like it's really beautiful. Okay, I think that's enough. That was a lot of questions and a lot of information thrown at you. This is all from me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.